downpour, where content reigns.
Oh, hi, I'm Rachel Feinstein. Sometimes when my friends call me for help with their problems, I like to refer to the movies rather than give them my careful attention. Just like the other day, my friend Kathy called about her painful divorce, and I said, hey, Kath, snap out of it. I mean, we're not in Kansas anymore, am I right? And then we both felt so much better. So that got me to thinking, maybe I could make a web series where I take people's problems and I use movies to help them solve them. Oh, hi, I'm Rach Feinstein, and this is Real Advice. We talk about the movies and we talk about problems, and we have fun-loving guests here. Whether we have a hangover or not, we show up and we hash it all out, don't we? This is Sam Morril, my guest today. Here on Real Advice, we take a problem and we talk about a movie that relates to it, and we solve the problem, and you go home without the problem.
I had a bad breakup, and as a rebound, I've only been dating Asians. Not just any Asians, like mangled English Asians, like Asians that don't speak good English. Like, I'm talking like an Asian that's like, I like you, like that type of Asian, you know? Like, I was trying to take a girl home from a bar, and she just stopped me on the way back to my apartment, and she's like, wait, and I was like, what? She's like, you're not gonna kill me, are you? And I was like, no. She's like, all right, let's go back to your place. I'm like, that's your screening process? Because sometimes you're with girls that don't want a connection. I was with a girl, and while we're having sex, she was like, I want you to f me like you're never gonna see me again. And I was like, I was.
Well, you know, experiencing a bad breakup can be a really huge loss in your life. You know, it's really not unlike sometimes experiencing a death.
My reaction to like abandonment or death is just like Asian. That's gonna be weird when my mom dies, you know? She's gonna be looking for like a hot Asian mom, you know? But if a woman had Jewish fever, which no one has, unfortunately, if a woman, you know, why is that bad?
They can feel objectified.
Well, rebounds are tricky, and I think what you're doing right here is rebounding. I just broke up with a guy recently. I still have stuff at his place. I don't really want to see him, but you know, I have to be an adult about it, so I just called him up and I'm like, look, I left a hair in your sink that I need. If we could meet at some sort of a neutral location, like Cancun or something, I'll bring the poems I wrote about you and you can fall asleep inside me. You know, in that movie, like Sleeping with the Enemy, she ends up with like a soft, bearded theater teacher, like after she leaves the terrible guy, and that's my fear, that that's the choice. I'd like you to read for the part of Laura. I'm gonna get a soft, bearded community theater teacher for you. I've actually found one. He's on set right now.
I found you very arousing, but mostly you just make me feel safe.
I just escaped. Like I really beat the bejesus out of me. I had to run away and hide and pretend I died just to get away from him. Now what am I gonna do? Who's the guy with that crate of apples and the tousled womanly curls?
It's tousled womanly curls.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hey, lonely lady, I'm a male feminist that teaches at the local theater. I make my own candles and even my own applesauce. I go to bed at 7 p.m. and I'll never harm you. I love folk music and riding swings. I make purring sounds during sex, okay? I like to stop and touch base during sex and say stuff like, hey there, you feel safe? I just want you to feel safe. Why don't we take a break here and have some soup? Erections are pretty aggressive, if you ask me. Now, they're not going to happen here, not on my watch. I'm just going to fold it in half and put it in that way. You could put on this wig and you might feel like you're becoming a woman more.
Okay.
Okay, I want you to become a woman. Sometimes you overreact to breakups a little bit, and sometimes we overcorrect some of our mistakes. And I think in this movie, Sleeping with the Enemy, she runs away from the bad guy, and boy does she end up with a very womanly man.
I don't know if this is helping me.
Oh.
Maybe I should go back to Rachel.
Wait a second. Don't you want to go to Yosemite this year? Hey, you're safe. Come back here. You're safe.
Did you enjoy Richard, the community theater teacher, in your time with him?
Not at all.
Oh.
Not at all.
What did you feel when Richard was touching you and pretending to make love to you in the scene?
I feel kind of unsafe. Like I didn't feel.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I didn't feel like a man, really.
What do you think, Frank, about all these feelings this is bringing up in our relationship choices?
Yeah, you know, it makes perfect sense to sort of seek out somebody who's completely different than your previous relationship to sort of get away from those painful feelings.
So maybe I need to get into like an actual relationship with an Asian to break the curse, and then I'll go back to regular people afterwards, right?
But I don't think the lesson we're learning here is that Sam should just choose a specific race. I'm here with my buddy Sam Morril, who's cured, and this amazing therapist, Frank. Thank you, Frank. We've all talked about the relationships. We've talked about the movies. We met an amazing theater teacher today. What's not to love and learn from? I feel a sense of closure.
I feel like I'm not only cured, but I feel like I can embrace the Asian man in me, you know.
And I feel a new energy for life. I just want to dance. Should the credits be rolling by now? I don't think anyone should be listening to my babbling. I'm just aimlessly rambling at this point. But
I think